What is the United States government not telling us about the Ukrainian-Russian war? Right now, propaganda from the West has been probably some of the best propaganda we have seen since Nazi Germany invaded Poland in World War II and was making it seem as if they were doing a good thing. And right now we're seeing it again with the West, including the United States and other countries, Britain, and all these other countries that form NATO that are working together to down Putin and Russia. But what they're not telling us are those secret biolabs that are in Ukraine that the United States put in there and former President Barack Obama did. And we're going to go into detail about this. But first, guys, go check out The Realist and the Visionary. They have an amazing podcast. You can follow them on Spotify, their website. They have so many different platforms, and they talk about a lot of stuff that's going on in the world and that you guys are wondering. Support them just like they support me. They have Instagram, they have TikTok, they have Spotify. They have so many different platforms. Go show your support. Western propaganda has been telling us lies and lies and lies. They've been trying to tell us everything but the truth. Not saying Russian propaganda is any better, but there's a lot of things being covered up in this war in Ukraine, guys. We're going to talk about everything. Everything. But the propaganda from the West is crazy. All these videos that are circulating and making it look like Russian soldiers are just crazy.
Шестой полк пока не могу доложить, пока собираю. Очень много потерь. Ждали. Голова колонны попала в засаду. Командир полка погиб. По остальным разбираюсь.
Сейчас как разберешься, всех соберешь, мне доложишь, как понял.
Оттуда били артиллерия, танки. С беспилотника, так я понял, байрактары летают. По остальным сейчас потерям разбираюсь.
Глянь, что делает. Глянь, какая дружественный народ. Посмотри, что делает. Дружественный народ. Посмотри, летит.
The West has been making us think the Russians have been blowing up children's hospitals, killing innocent civilians that are fleeing to neighboring countries. This is part of their propaganda. But they're not telling us what you're about to see, how the United States has biolabs in Ukraine and the Russians are trying to get to them. That's what they're holding out on. That's what they're hiding. More to the story. We'll watch this video first. Undersecretary of the United States talking about how we actually do have biological research facilities in Ukraine being questioned by U.S. Senator Marco Rubio. So take your time, watch this video, and then we'll go on from here.
Well, I only have a minute left. Let me ask you, does Ukraine have chemical or biological weapons?
Ukraine has biological research facilities, which, in fact, we are now quite concerned Russian troops, Russian forces may be seeking to gain control of. So we are working with the Ukrainians on how they can prevent any of those research materials from falling into the hands of Russian forces should they approach.
I'm sure you're aware that the Russian propaganda groups are already putting out there all kinds of information about how they've uncovered a plot by the Ukrainians to release biological weapons in the country and with NATO's coordination. If there's a biological or chemical weapon incident or attack inside of Ukraine, is there any doubt in your mind that 100% it would be the Russians that would be behind it?
There is no doubt in my mind, Senator, and it is classic Russian technique to blame on the other guy what they're planning to do themselves.
So that was the undersecretary basically admitting that Ukraine does have biological laboratories that do belong to the United States. And we're going to go into detail how this all ties to former President Barack Obama. And that doesn't exclude Joe Biden because that was his vice president. But the West, you know what they're going to do best? We already know they're going to deny it, and they're going to come up with all these different excuses and say it's everything but a biolab for biological weapons. That's what it is. So as we expected, Ukrainian President Zelensky denies claims of biological weapons in Ukraine, just as we expected. But of course, they're not going to admit that Ukraine is housing biological weapons for the United States. That would be crazy. United States even denying claims of biowarfare labs in Ukraine. United States on Wednesday denied renewed Russian accusations of biological weapons, guys. The Pentagon issued this. The Pentagon's biological threat reduction program has been working with the Ukrainian government to ensure the security of pathogens and toxins stored in laboratories. Why is this type of stuff stored in laboratories? What is the purpose for having it? In the midst of similar biowarfare accusations in 2020, the U.S. Embassy in Kyiv issued a statement saying its involvement was to ensure dangerous pathogens do not fall in the wrong hands. Don't have it then if you don't want it to fall in the wrong hands. And Putin knows this stuff, guys. Putin is not stupid. A former U.S. official spoke about this stuff. A debunks conspiracy theory about U.S. bioweapon and laboratories in Ukraine was seized on by Russian and Chinese media. They pay attention to everything. Videos we post, I post, they pay attention to all this stuff, guys. InfoWars published an article titled Russian Strikes Targeting U.S.-Run Biolabs in Ukraine, citing information from various Twitter posts. The articles claim that the U.S. biological weapon laboratories are believed to operate in many cities that were recently attacked by Russia. Russia is attacking the cities with the biolabs in them. And their cover-up, the United States cover-up in Ukraine is saying that Russia is attacking civilian hospitals and stuff. Yes, you guys are seeing videos, but these are videos of damage that their own Ukrainians have done to their city to cover up what Russia is really attacking. Okay? It's much more. They're trying to cover up everything. You guys take a look at these things. I'm saying I'm not going to go through and read all of this stuff, but I'm going to read some of it to you, okay? So, back in 2005, guys, when the Lugar said plans for the facility began in 2005, but he and then Senator Barack Obama partnered with Ukraine officials. Lugar and Obama also helped coordinate the efforts of the U.S. and Ukrainian researchers this year in an attempt to study help to prevent bird flu. Yeah, bird flu. That's what they were trying to prevent. They're not going to tell us that Barack Obama concluded the deal to build a level 3 biosafety laboratory in Odessa. This article was deleted. Why? Because they were trying to get rid of all traces of this stuff. Barack Obama, when he was a United States Senator before he was president, he came up with this idea to build a bioweapons lab in Ukraine. Documents expose Barack Obama ordered construction of biolabs in Ukraine to create dangerous pathogens. They made this lab to create these dangerous viruses. Sensitive biolab documents deleted by U.S. Embassy exposed that it was former President Barack Obama himself who authorized the construction of these biolabs in Ukraine. But what they did, they covered it up the best way they could. The headlines come on the same day that Biden administration operative Victoria informed the United States that the American government is anxious over biological research centers slipping into Russian control as a consequence of the escalating fighting in Eastern Europe. This is why they're sending all the help there. This is why, because they're scared that Russia is going to get a hold of this important information, not information, but these biolabs and find out what was really going on and expose the United States. There's more to this war than just what meets the eye. Everybody's hating Russia, but Russia and Putin is trying to protect the people of Russia because they know exactly what these bioweapons are going to be used on and used against. This was supposed to be used against them. We've already seen what happened. Why do they create and mutate these viruses in labs, guys? This is some more information talking about the level 3 biosafety lab that was built by former President Barack Obama. Russia assumes there's at least 30 bioweapon labs commissioned by the Pentagon in Ukraine. And what you see on that chart, that's all the areas where these biolabs at. They have 30 biolabs in Ukraine. And then next thing you know, everything this talks about, every site that had this on gets deleted. Vladimir Putin knows exactly what Obama was doing. He found out from an intelligence. That is why this war has been something in the wakes. This was something that's been held up on the inside for a very long time. And Joe Biden is just as guilty as Barack Obama, guys. Just as guilty. And now they're being exposed. Guys, so Russia is fighting for something much more than territory integrity or worrying about NATO. This is much bigger than that. That is what they're using so they don't put fear in the heart of the rest of the world. But there's something in those labs Russia found out about. They were going to use it to cripple Russia. United States have been working in Ukraine for years. Years. And a lot of people don't believe this, even with the details and the facts right in their face. This is all help orchestrated by former President Barack Obama. And that is why a lot of people say the United States is part of the reason that the Russia invaded Ukraine. They're the problem. United States, my homeland, my country I live in, I love to death, but we are the problem. We created this war. Our high-ranking government officials try to keep this stuff swept under the rug. When you hear about them saying something being blown up with Russian propaganda, with a hospital or a school or an apartment building, that's another biolab that went down. And they forced the Ukrainian soldiers to bomb their own citizens so they can have some kind of propaganda to use to make it seem like Russians are killing innocent people. That's why they're shipping all this help over there to Ukraine, because they are scared that they're going to get those biolabs, and they don't want that. Anytime you hear Russian civilians killing innocent Ukrainians, no, they're not innocent. Those are the scientists that were creating these viruses that can take out the world, can take out a country. The U.S. doesn't want this stuff to get spreaded out, just like what we're going through right now. Well, why even create it in the first place? This is how we get a lot of these illnesses. They're created in laboratories. Stay tuned, guys. I'm going to dig up more information. We're going to have a part 2 to this video. Hit that like and subscribe button, guys, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to donate, I have my Cash App in the comment section. Please donate if you want to, and that'll help a brother out. Thanks. Y'all have a good day.